Intuitive Thoughts for January 20th, 2026. I am having an interesting morning because I had a very interesting night. I had several dreams last night. And to those of you who follow me regularly, you know that I do on occasion have dreams where I am a different sex. I've had them before where I was a different creature. Last night, I had many segmented dreams. They were all very different. I was a different person in every single one. And this morning, I needed some grounding. I did not know who I was. I was so wrapped up in all these different personalities that I had been throughout the evening that I needed to find some way to get back into my own shoes. So I'm using a grounding tool for my office to try and help me get back into my space. But that being said, one of the dreams, I was a young man in my 20s. I had just gotten my own apartment. I had a new girlfriend, and the old girlfriend it wasn't stalking, but it kind of felt like stalking to me. And I was much, much bigger than she was. She got into the apartment, confronted the new girlfriend. I got all defensive for the new girlfriend, was trying to tell her to leave, and I ended up hurting her. And then she told me she was going to call the cops, and I felt like it was going to ruin my entire life. And I ended up taking her world, taking her life. And I ended up throwing her down this, it wasn't a garbage chute, but it was like this weird hill that had, it was like one of those grinder type things, but it wasn't really a grinder type thing. And the last thing I remember hearing is, oh, she'll be ground meat like chicken. And that's the last thing I remember from that particular dream. Again, I have no reason to have this dream. It's not like I'm reading any books. I'm trying to read Court of Rose and Thorns right now, which, to be honest, I think is kind of hokey. Reminds me of Twilight type writing, but okay. I'm reading it. I'm doing a thing. But anyways, I'm not reading that. I am not watching anything on TV really right now. So I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. Then the second dream I had was, about, I was the female in that one, and it was Christmas Eve. And I had small children, very small children, which mine are way grown. There was one older one and then a set of twins. The twins both had very, very pale, bright blue eyes. The children themselves, they were young. They were only 9 months old. They weren't crazy old. The toddler was about 3. I remember seeing them all 3 in a pack and play at the same time, like in a big playpen. It wasn't like the normal pack and plays though that we had with my kids were little. This was shaped a little bit different. It was a little bit more roundish, I think. But this instance, the gentleman was complaining about how I wasn't putting out enough, and he was in his mid-30s to late 40s. This time I was a female, and I was getting ready to just leave. I was ready to leave, and it was Christmas Eve. I received a package from FedEx. There were 6 packages. Only it said on the thing that there should have been 6 in the thing, but the envelope was open, and inside were 5, not 6. And so I was trying to contact, not UPS, it was FedEx. I was trying to contact FedEx to let them know. I tried to catch the driver as I ran out the door. In this particular situation, there was snow on the ground. I'm telling you all these details because this is what I dream like. This is what the details are like. I had to go out and run out to chase after the truck. I didn't catch him on time. It was Christmas Eve. I remember being surprised that they even had a delivery on Christmas Eve. I thought that was odd. And it was coming from overseas. And so I'm not really sure what the package... one of the packages had makeup brushes in it. Lots of different makeup brushes. And they were not great quality makeup brushes. These are the details that I have. Do they matter? They might. They very well might. I mean, sometimes the smallest thing makes the biggest difference. It could change an entire storyline. Anyway, I'm out of time. I have to go do my morning session now. Just a heads up, as far as sessions go, I have less than 15 available in February, and I do a lot more than one a day. So less than 15 is not that many that are left. And I do believe that there's an opening next week because somebody just moved their session. So go take a look. I'll see you guys later.